Hi! Genki Call here with the Divinion Dreams World Event for the week of November 22nd, 2021. A horrific creature, the Centuragon, was running riot in the Divinion fields. Even worse, Oneros, a nightmare centaur of legend, had appeared. The Divinion fields needed help. Defeat these enemies and collect their spirit energy to help. Once again, we have some wonky scoring. I'm repeating myself, but it's so weird. So, here we go. The Oneros, the brand new legendary, is worth the most with 50 points. Now, you may be looking and saying, wait a minute, the World Breaker says it's worth 55, not 50. But the thing is that Oneros, the more battles you do, the more points he's going to give you. And I tested that, and that is indeed the case. So, we are running in 3 stages on these battles. The first stage, let me get to it, is... I'm in the wrong place. The first stage is an equal chance of both Astral Spirit and Bahir. And after defeating one of the battles, you move to round 2. In round 2, you have an equal chance of both Orion and Centuragon. And after defeating one of them, you'll go to round 3, where you will face either Oneros or the World Breaker. It could be one of them, it could be both of them, but according to this scoring, you're always going to want to go after Oneros over the World Breaker, because Oneros in the long run is going to get you more points. After that, when you're fighting Centuragon and Orion, always go for Centuragon. Astral Spirit or Bahir, go for Astral Spirit. Because of the variables on these, it's just so weird. Because of the variable amounts that those 3 types will drop, you want to go for them the lowest level you can, but those specific troops whenever possible. So let me bring this down. Boop. There we go. And we'll go in here and I will show you the teams. I only brought in 2 teams this time, and I'll show you why. So I've got Orion at level 36 here. And what I've got here is pretty easy. I'm using Oracle because, that makes you a centaur. That is something that you're going to need for the campaign tasks. And of course, you can change the banner and the weapon depending on where you are in the campaign tasks, if that's what you want to do. But for the people that don't have legendaries, they don't have mythics, I put in here Mountain Crusher because everybody should have it. You can always put in Life and Death or something that explodes is always good. But we have the Herdmaster as well, and he is a fantastic mana generator. He's going to explode basically all of the yellow gems on the board. Well, for me, it's like all of them. And he cleanses all allies, which is always a bonus. So if anybody is death marked or diseased or any negative status effect, he will get rid of those for you. Plus, he does have that air link with the bonus yellow mana from yellow gem matches, which is nice. The Centuragon is the brand new glory troop from this week. And on paper, he looks really, really powerful. And I don't know if he is. I haven't actually tested this team yet, so it may not work out. I don't know, but he looks really powerful. So I wanted to throw him in here. And then in the final spot, because there's no mana blockage, I put Bor'Gakk. And Bor'Gakk is going to do damage to an enemy boosted by skulls. So maybe not a great choice because Centuragon is going to turn all of the skulls into wild cards. But if you cast with Bor'Gakk first, you will get a little bit of a boost. And you won't be facing any God Slayers in here or anything, so it doesn't really matter. I didn't even trade him. There are plenty of options. If you have the Orb of Winter, you could put the Orb of Winter in here. You still will have the Herdmaster for mana generation, so you could put the Orb of Winter in here, or I'm really partial to the weapons that explode and summon. So, I'll get to that on the next team, though. Let's test this out and see how it goes. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We may have to replace Centuragon, and he may be the best thing ever. I did buy only the first 2 tiers in the shop, so I have 1 badge, And then I will put on Metals of Seasons, so it's a little bit more fair. For those that don't have the Metals of Nisha yet, you could put in a Metal of Anu if you're using a mythic. Pardon. However you decide you want to play it. I understand that my playstyle is not the same as everyone else's. This is just how I like to do it. So, okie dokie. We already have this guy ready to go. Let's see how he does. So whom shall I target? How about the Wild Knight? Because, oh. Okay, that didn't do anything. Alright, well, let's still target the Wild Knight. Blow things up. And if you're deciding between two different things that explode the board, pick the one that has the highest number here. So this one explodes brown, it says right here, and this is what it shows here, and this one explodes yellow, and there are only 4. So if they both had full mana, you'd want to go for the one that has the most on the board. So I'm actually going to do this and hope that he destroys the wild. No, there we go. I was hoping it would get rid of the Wild Knight. Now, let's try this again. There's only one wild card here. There's a boost of 20. So 20% is the total chance he has to devour, which isn't very much. And it worked. Now, no, okay, all of them went away. So that's the thing. When those wild cards appear, they're pretty much just going to wipe out the board. They're not going to stay there. They're just going to disappear. So it's going to be a great way to look. So look at all of these skulls. There's no way I can keep her from hitting me with skulls, except that I could blow up the board. But let's pretend that I can't blow up the board. All I have to do is this, and she can't hit me with skulls. So that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Pardon me for one moment. I did go through all of the the campaign tasks, but I left the last 2 so I could get my video out for you. And I'll be finishing these up here tonight. So I'm using entirely Divinion fields right now. You don't have to. There are other troops available in here. Okay, always go for Oneros over the World Breaker if you can, because he's going to be worth more points. My first battle with Oneros got me 10 of the energy, and we'll see what it is at this level, as long as I can remember. Hopefully this goes well, because I've only tested this team once. Only 3 skulls, so I'm going to actually target Oneros. I can't remember what he does. He drains and summons. Yeah, we definitely want to get rid of him, so let's do this. We'll go ahead and try this. Yeah, see, all of those wild cards disappear, but look, it got us a bunch of mana, and I'm able to cast again. And it devoured. Nice. All right, follow my own advice. Go for the one with the most, which is the Mountain Crusher. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I only have 1 left. That's okay. We're going to use this guy and take out Oneros and blow things up. Probably should have used the Mana Crusher or the Mountain Crusher instead. We're just going to go ahead and do that. We'll do this. Hee hee hee. That is a great way to get some mana for the team. My goodness, check that out. That's pretty awesome. And he's devouring quite a bit of the time, so I see some real potential for this. See, it was 15 instead of 10 because I fought him a few times already. All right, let me grab my other team here. I had it ready, and then I didn't because I was doing other things. Okay, coming back. So between these two, you're always going to want to go for Bahir, and that's pretty obvious because this is lower tier than Bahir. So let me grab that other team, manage, paste. This is one with the Astral Mother. Now, I went over Artema and Herdmaster, and I was singing their praises in the campaign video because I went over what troops you can get with your event keys. I really love Artema. She has a 40% chance to dodge skull damage. As far as I know, this is the highest in the game chance to dodge. Then she has a 50% chance to do true damage with skulls, and she gains +3 to all skills if in the first position. She works out great in the first position. And I use this exact team in Delves, and it's a lot of fun. So I did play with this quite a bit while I was finishing up my campaign tasks. I love it. It's working great. Explode a row, deal damage to the 2 weakest enemies with a ×5 boost ratio boosted by ally centaurs. So that's quite a nice boost. That's a 20, so 69 damage to the 2 weakest enemies, plus the badge I've got, which will be a medal later on because I'll be buying more tiers. Herdmaster is going to explode a bunch of gems. Airlink, which I already went over. Not going to put him in the first slot, however. Then we've got the Astral Mother, who removes all gem of a chosen color, which does absolutely nothing except it boosts your scatter damage, which with a ×5 boost ratio. And she does have a chance to give Reflect to a random ally when the turn begins, which may only do a few points of damage when they hit you, and it could end up killing them if they're low enough. And then the Wild Cleaver. Now, I know not everybody has the Wild Cleaver, so you can use any exploding weapon you want down here, except for the Mountain Crusher. Use one that explodes and summons. You've got the Arboreal Crystal, you've got the Cobaltine Wand, the Fist of Heaven, the Jar of Eyes, etc., etc. There are just a whole bunch of them, and all you have to do is, to help you pick, go in here and just try explode. And here you go. Arboreal Crystal, Cobaltine Wand, Fist of Heaven, Jar of Eyes. Anything that you see in here that explodes and summons. Skill Guard Protector, Sharp Fang, just all kinds of the Engineer's Drill. Pretty much all going to be great. Staff of Storms. Staff of Storms could be great in here. Anyway, that's up to you. These three I really, really like with any of the summoning weapons here. In my opinion, will work great. Just be sure to watch your banner that you don't end up blocking something you don't want to. However, you've got enchant, so I don't have enough sigils. Okay, I have to buy a 3rd tier. I usually don't do that until after I stop my... Oops. I don't usually do that till after I finish my videos. But I had to do all of the campaign stuff beforehand this time. Also, you have a chance to get either Astral Mother or World Breaker from the shop here. It's a really low chance, but there is a chance that you can. I'm not going to equip that second badge because, again, I still want to show you how this is going to work with just one badge. So we'll do 2 battles with this and then finish up. I did pull the World Breaker, yay! But I haven't tried him yet. I may put him on a team and decide I love it, but I love this team just the way it is. So, again, you want to choose whichever one is going to explode the most. That one's 13 at the moment. This one's only 7, so if this was full, I would still go for this one. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. And look at all the yellow. Oh, stop. Perfect. I'll do this so they can't get a bunch of yellow. Oh, I left a match 4. Whoops. What shall I remove? Blue. Blue it shall be. Hee hee hee. Yay! Alright, what is next? Centuragon or Orion? You want to go for Centuragon, the other new troop, over Orion. Even though he's a legendary, you're going to end up getting more points from Centuragon. So go for Centuragon instead whenever you have the option. Sometimes you're going to have them both Orion or both Centuragon. So there isn't a whole lot of choosing going on. Choosing. There's not a ton of choosing going on, but there is some. So let's go ahead and try this. What color? I'm not using red. There's not much red here. I'm going to do brown. Well, that worked nicely. And then I should be able to finish up with Artema here. Oh, not quite. So this is 7. This is 9. And we'll finish up with Artema this time. There we go. Anyway, those are the teams I have for you for the moment. If I come up with something fantastic later in the week, I'll have a new video for you. In the meantime, we've got the new faction assault tomorrow. And yeah, I'll be streaming that sometime between 1 and 3 hours after reset. So we will see you tomorrow. Please have a wonderful day wherever you may be. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.